Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to ShenPlays. I'm your host, Shenner, and today, well, it's unfortunate, but I'm doing a voiceover. We had what's known as a button malfunction during the stream on Sunday, so it's unfortunate that we have to do this voiceover here, because my audio recorded fine. You can hear the game music and all the sound effects and everything, but for some reason, my microphone was not engaging using push-to-talk. So we're just going to pick up right here. And we're nearing the end of the Xia campaign. So we're doing this one last war against, well, whatever Europe has to offer, which is essentially Austria, Austria's vassals, and the leader of the HRE, which is Bohemia. Now at this point, Austria is completely trashed. They have one stack of, 79,000 troops up there in Riga? But they're ignoring us. They can't even get to us. We have them completely blockaded, and they have no land access through Brandenburg, so they can't actually get their troops down to do anything about us. So I'm watching along in the video as I'm doing this recording, so hopefully I remember what's going on. I mean, it looks like we're just covering rebels right now, which is a major part of the end game for China, I guess. We'll get rid of most of the infamy later on. Well, I guess we have 0 infamy right now. 0 infamy, and we still have rebels because we have high war exhaustion, but we'll fix all that. This is going to be the last war that we're in, and after this, it's just, smooth sailing all the way to the end. This Let's Play has been freaking fantastic. It's gone on for 11 months. It started in July of 2012, and it ended on June 30th of 2013. It took a lot longer to play this than it did my other EU3 Let's Plays. So I'm glad that we've completed it now. We can move on. Get ready for EU4 coming out next month. Oh yeah. There's a lot of micromanaging involved in putting down rebels, but not as much as there is in a game like Vicky 2, where you can have, a massive, 200 province rebellion simultaneously. Just, it happens at the same time. And it's like, what? At least that doesn't happen at EU3. They come in little spits and spats, little batches of, 5 or 6 rebellions at a time, which makes it easier to handle. Right now we're just waiting for Vienna to fall, because once that's done, it's going to be like huge war score boost. We're not going to go nuts and go to 100%. Now, I kind of initially wanted to go to 100%, but we don't. Poor Hindustan over there. They lost so much of their land, not only to us, but also when we made them spit out a bunch of territory to new independent nations. That was pretty cool. I think I'm looking for places to build right now. Yeah, because we have 5 magistrates. There's gotta be somewhere to build. There you go. Build on the salt. Yeah. Salt's one of the decently valuable resources, but look at that, there's copper there. Copper's so valuable. Iron, there you go, build the iron. Yeah. Cotton, perfect. Shit's nice and valuable. Chinaware, yep, invest there. That province had 514 production value, insane. 419 production from spices, so valuable. Oh yeah, that's one of the first provinces we captured. Yeah, rebels in Java. Big surprise. Rebels in Borneo too. Yeah, Florence is trashed. One of Austria's strongest vassals. I was looking at the cost to release Florence. It's like 82%. You have to get 82% war score just to release Florence as a vassal. That's insane. That's part of the reason why being big and blobby is easy to continue in this game. You can get away with it. Like Austria is completely getting away with it because even if they lose, 5 or 6 wars, they're still going to be gigantic and powerful. Nobody's going to make them get rid of these strong vassals that they have because it's too much war score. And more vassals in Arabia. We'll deal with it. There you go. Another army crushed. Let's go get Sudeti back. Austria keeps asking for peace, so does Bohemia. Yeah, one of the sad parts of this is because Bohemia is the war leader, all these battles that we've won, all the victories that we've had, they don't count jack shit towards the war score with Austria. Even though they're Austrian troops that we're destroying, Austria does not get any war score penalty for that. All of that war score goes to the war leader, which is Bohemia. And we don't want to take anything from Bohemia because we declared the war on Austria, and it's a specific kind of war. And that's one mechanic about this game that I do not like at all. Anytime you beat up someone's army, that war score should go directly to that country's, to you versus that country. It just should. Unless you're both minor factions in that war, then obviously it should go against the war leader because you can only peace out the war leader. But in this case, since we are the war leader on our side of the war, we should get that. We should just get that with Austria. We should. Oh well. Something tells me they're not going to be working on game mechanics for EU3 anymore, ever. Modders will, but not Paradox. They're fully focused on EU4. Yeah, rebels. Yep, more rebels. Big surprise. Trying to figure out where they're going so we can try to kill them. Looking back on this now, our borders are just so fucking ugly. Burgundy has that little stripe of territory between our lands and France. But I mean, I wasn't going for pretty borders, except in East Asia. That I wanted to look decent, and it came out okay, I guess. That's why we didn't start gobbling up, all the crap around us, just because I wanted to have, a nice, decent area. That's us. Everyone stay away from us. That worked out pretty well over there. But then, when we went to Europe, that whole plan just fell apart, and I wasn't really looking for anything specific other than to weaken all these silly Euros. Oh, here we go. We got 2 armies landing on Bohemia's face over there in Sundgau. Poor guys. Oh, it's in Alsace, but yeah, just north of Sundgau. Bohemia's taking a -2 penalty, both for crossing a river and a terrain penalty. I think we have the better general and we also are going to outnumber them as soon as that second stack gets there. Ah, Sri Lankan rebels were successful. It happens, it happens. Pressburg has fallen, so we're trying to find a place to put these armies that have no more land that they can take. There is no other Austrian land that I really am interested in conquering. All we have to do is wait for Vienna to fall. Oh yeah, we're circling in that Bohemian army in Salzburg. They have no idea what's going on. The AI is just so dumb when it comes to positioning armies. But then again, that's pretty true for any game. I mean, even like the Total War series, the AI is pretty bad at moving its armies around. Not just on the campaign map, but on the battle map too. So I mean, I don't expect excellent decision making for the AI ever. Now, some games you get good AI, but most games they don't really give the AI like really good code. They just don't. Instead, what you get is like numerical bonuses, like either they have more troops or more money or better tech or something along that line, so that they'll either have so one thing will lead to another, so that they'll be harder for you to defeat. That's essentially the goal. But if they're making poor decisions, like he's just standing at Salzburg and I'm bringing armies around to surround him, he just keeps on standing there. I even bring one of them over from Alsace and he's still just standing there. It's like, okay, shit, you want me to kill you, I'll kill you. And we do. Poor guy. He's like, dee. Nothing could happen to me in Salzburg. Alright, I think we destroyed that army over there in Worms. I think. Pretty sure we did. I'm trying to figure out where to put them now. It looks like Sweden has completely taken over Livland, and Poland is taking over Ostpreußen, or Ostpreußen, whatever. I'm looking at Austrian territories in the New World. They have a few scattered all over the place. There's France down. France is now where Ecuador is. And it's just not worth it to bring my troops over there. We already have too much war exhaustion. I'm not interested in getting in, giant fights with other big stacks of armies. So I think at this point we just figure we'll take out that last Bohemian army and then we'll get peace. That's the goal now. Because Vienna should fall soon here. Then again, I've been saying that for a while. It's still on, what, 88%? Oh man, rebels everywhere. Fucking rebels. This looks so bad there. Sulu never was conquered. Sulu's just sitting there. It's like, hey, fuck you, China. Those bastards. Those cocky Sulu bastards. It's amazing that that little port is worth so much, even when we're blockading them. Well, not blockading them. Even when we're embargoing them. So in other words, they don't get to trade with us at all. We're the only one around who really uses that trade port, except for a couple islands in the Pacific. And it's still worth so much money. That one town has so much value, it's insane. Yep, take out that 11,000 stack in Ostmarch, and come on down to Carton. Oh, rebels in Manila. Rebels in Nevers, rebels in Languedoc, rebels everywhere. Rebel, 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 rebel. And that's 11,000 stack is dead. And we have saved Oman. Now we have to go save Yemen.